Okay, so really interesting news, but there's something here that I'd like to push back against, or at least challenge it slightly, and it's the use of the word gladiator. And that's because gladiators were a very particular style of fighter. They were fighting other human beings, usually in a pair, and often very specifically in a type of gladiator, that is to say, a discipline of gladiator. They, generally speaking, did not fight animals. Animals are actually fought in a different capacity. Sadly enough, the Romans loved really horrible events to watch, and there had been a tradition in Rome of what might be termed beast hunts, or animals fighting animals, that kind of a thing. And this had actually run in parallel with the development of the gladiator, because the gladiator initially was only seen at funeral games. It was under Augustus that this got merged into what was now, I suppose, termed the wider games. Previously, the games in Rome had been a mixture of events, say chariot racing, all sorts, but also including beast hunts, where, as you can imagine, people hunted animals. There was also sometimes animals fighting animals as well, and sometimes it would be animals, exotic animals, being exhibited to the masses. Now, within that context, you had a particular type of fighter, a venator, and a venator was someone who was trained to fight animals. That was it. They weren't trained to fight other people, they were fighting animals. You also had bestiari, though the bestiari, the debate about that is whether or not they were actually ever really fighting animals, or whether they were thrown to the animals in a kind of, these are criminals being executed by animals. So again, it's a difficult one between the venator and the bestiari sometimes. However, it feels a bit more like this could have been a venator, simply because you have an animal leaving a mark on a human who presumably was in combat with that animal. Again, generally speaking, not something gladiators do. And I just wanted to clarify that a bit. Might turn out that it's gladiators. I'm always here and I'm always happy to be proven wrong, but I just wanted to widen this out to give you a bit more understanding that there were these different types of fighters, and they were different. Anyway, we shall find out, and I look forward to some more news about this, because it is a sad but very interesting find.